Many ancient texts speak of supernatural beings associated with good and evil, yet not all such entities fit neatly into these categories. Across the Arabic world, for centuries, people have spoken of beings who bring fortune and suffering in equal measure. Despite the age of these legends, recent reports from the Near East suggest that even the modern world may still feel the dread of the Jinn. The Jinn are a unique class of ancient beings that do not align with typical notions of angels or demons. Like humans, they are believed to possess free will, capable of choosing good, evil, or a path in between. Western culture often reduces them to genies, wish-granting spirits emerging from lamps. But the true Jinn are far older, far more complex.
The word jinn comes from the Semitic root jan, meaning to hide or to conceal. Its exact definition in Arabic is debated, yet similar terms appear in Latin and Persian, and cultural blending over centuries has made pinpointing the legend's exact origin nearly impossible. Scholars generally agree, however, that stories of the Jinn stretch back thousands of years. Some believers argue that the widespread presence of similar beings in many cultures hints that the Jinn are more than myth. Descriptions vary, but they are commonly portrayed as shapeshifters, created from smokeless fire or a scorching wind. They can appear human, though often betrayed by glowing eyes or an ethereal quality, or they may take the form of animals such as snakes or dogs. According to the Quran, the Jinn are sentient beings created by God, existing alongside angels and humans. They may follow the divine order or oppose it. They are capable of kindness, cruelty, and everything in between. They generally avoid human contact, yet at times they fixate on individuals, influencing their lives through affection or, more commonly, through fear and harm. Though many dismiss the Jinn as legend, some stories hint that there may be more truth woven into these ancient tales than we once believed. One such story is preserved by Matt M., host of Planet 412, whose Lebanese family passed down accounts of unexplained encounters. The most haunting tale involved his great-aunt Alice, who experienced something terrifying as a young child.
She had been playing alone in the family house while her father worked outside. Though she felt safe, a sudden and growing unease crept over her. Nothing in the sunlit room seemed amiss, yet her attention kept drifting toward a dark corner near the kitchen door, shrouded in deeper shadow than the rest of the room. As she stared, the darkness shifted. It briefly seemed to form the outline of a human figure, then dissolved again. While she tried to return to her play, she couldn't resist looking back. On her third glance, she froze. The kitchen door was now slightly ajar. Through the narrow opening, she saw the silhouette of a man, or something resembling one. Its body was entirely black, featureless, like a hole in reality, shaped like a person.
Crawling backward in fear, she watched as the door creaked open wider. The figure stepped into the room. Slowly, A pair of glowing emerald green eyes appeared on its face, staring directly at her. She screamed for her father. Outside, hearing her cries, her father rushed to the front door that led into the living room. But it would not open. It wasn't locked, and nothing blocked it. Yet it refused to move, as if held shut by an unseen force. Panicking, he grabbed a cinder block and smashed one of the panels. Looking through the opening, he saw his daughter huddled in a corner, and a tall, shadowy figure advancing toward her. He shouted. The creature paused, slowly turning its head toward him. Its face held no features except those glowing green eyes. Dread washed over him as their gazes met. Desperately, he kicked and tore at the damaged door, injuring his leg severely. With one final blow, he forced his way inside. But the moment he stumbled into the room, the shadowy figure dissolved into nothing.
Relief was short-lived. His injury, caused by splintered, rotted wood, became infected. Within 3 days, he developed gangrene and died. For the rest of her life, Alice wondered whether the green-eyed entity had come for her or whether it had used her to lure her father to his doom. Years later, in 2018, another encounter occurred. A young man named Rami was driving home at night after a tense family gathering. The atmosphere in the car was heavy with silence and lingering anger. As they passed the closed railway station, Rami suddenly stopped the car without knowing why, and strangely, none of the passengers questioned it. Then his cousin gasped and pointed outside. From a small grove of trees, a figure was running toward the car. Under the dim street lamp, Rami glimpsed its unnerving appearance. Its clothes were filthy, but had once been pure white. Its long hair hung over its face. Its legs were unnaturally long and moved with a bizarre skipping motion, as though it were riding an invisible horse. Rami tried to accelerate, but he couldn't move. It was as if something held him in place, forcing him to watch. His family screamed, but their voices felt distant.
Finally, his mother's desperate cry snapped him out of it. He slammed the accelerator, speeding down the road. As they fled, the figure continued chasing them. A final glance revealed that beneath its hair there was no face, only smooth, pale skin. When he looked back once more, the figure was kneeling in the road, its long arms raised toward them. Another account came from a business executive in 1992 who became lost in a Lebanese forest. The woods fell eerily silent, and she soon stumbled upon a small brick structure, a bathhouse with no door. After circling it twice, she found a cloaked figure standing beside it, its feet ending in blunted hooves covered in dark fur. Emerald light flickered beneath its hood. She ran. When she looked back, both the figure and the building had vanished. In the days that followed, a hotel maid gave her a cryptic warning. Creatures live deep in these woods, beings older than humans. They do not like to be disturbed.
Stories of the Jinn are varied, yet certain patterns persist. These entities exhibit confidence, playfulness, and no fear of humans. Those who encounter them describe overwhelming dread, panic, and an inability to move or look away, even before they see the entity clearly. Some scholars compare the Jinn to the Fae of Celtic and Germanic folklore, beings that range from benevolent to mischievous to malevolent, often marked by glowing eyes and an intense interest in humans.
Others view the Jinn as a psychological response, shaped by cultural myth. Still others propose something more extraordinary, that the Jinn are interdimensional or energy-based beings that exist alongside our world. Smokeless fire, they argue, may be a metaphor for pure energy. Ultimately, the Jinn remain elusive. They dwell in the twilight spaces of human imagination, beings who are always present, yet never proven. They rely on eyewitness accounts, fears, and ancient stories passed down through generations. Perhaps that is their power, to exist just out of reach, on the threshold between belief and shadow.